Okay, so I'm going to continue on from the last video. The one change I would say from what you're seeing in the older videos is to just save it as a PSD and import the PSD file for Maya. So just like a little preface. I'll preface it in the announcements too once I'm done with this video. Um, so I have Photoshop open. I have the object here, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring in that metal texture here. So I'm gonna open up this folder and just place the metal, drag and drop, and will it do so? Ah, yes, don't you love? Ah, there we go. All right. And so it's in between to the UV and the background layer, so I can still see the wireframe of the UV shells while still um, being able to edit it as well. So enter, and now, and just know I'm working on Photoshop 2023. I have to update my Photoshop. Just again, the Mac is a little older here, so please have patience here. So again, I'm just gonna use the marquee tool like I did the last time, and I'm gonna make some just box selections. You could also do, if you really wanted to, you could use the lasso tool as another option, and just draw around. And make sure to leave space. It's better to go slightly outside than slightly inside. Command C, Command Shift V will paste in place. So Command V will just paste in the center of your document or your view, whereas Command Shift V will place immediately of where you were copying before, which I love. Um, so left side hammer, metal, metal, to the other side, D, 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 D. Command C, I have to go back to the original file because I didn't have any pixels there. Command C, Command Shift V. And I'll move this around. Maybe I'll go here. I'll use L for the lasso tool. Command C, Command Shift V. Um, under fork, metal, right side metal. And then just go here. Again, L for lasso. Command C, Command Shift V. Top metal. Rename it. Okay. Let's go right around here. L. Command C, Command Shift V. And I'll go ahead and do this for rename it. Front, bottom, front, under, metal. And then that just leaves the little cylindrical portion. Might just get this and just use what's here. So L, or actually I'll do the marquee. Box selection. So you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Command C or Control C if you're on a PC. Sorry if I'm, or a Microsoft Windows if you're on Windows. Yeah, cylinder, metal, and then M, switch back to the original sample layer. Command C, Command Shift V, fork, tips. And the last little bits are the front inside fork. I'll just do the marquee. Command C, Command Shift V. Inside fork, metal. And the last little bit here. Command C, Command Shift V. Front cylinder, metal. Okay. So now I'll hide this layer just so you can kind of see this. Alright, and I'm going to hide the UV layer as well. Save my Photoshop file. File save. And then let's go back to Maya here. There it is. And I'm just going to reload. Aha. That's oh, shoot. Don't do that. Yeah, so what I might do here, some things I'm experiencing. It might be from the harsh edge line, but you can kind of see some tiling here. So I'm going to do a few things. One, I'm going to lighten this side of the cylinder, and then I'm going to just lighten that color overall. I think I did that the last time in class. So let's go back to Photoshop. I'm going to group all this, all the metal stuff. I'm going to group it into a folder. Metal. And then I'm going to turn on the UV layers just to see this a little bit better. Yeah. So what I might do is just take a little sample of the cylinder part right here. And I could just clone this. So if I make Command D to deselect there. So I'm going to use maybe the clone tool and just get a little stamp selection here to put on the other side, just to blend this a little bit better. I'm going to increase my brush size, and then Alt. I might going to sample the other side. So Alt, click here, and then just click right here to blend this a little bit better. Yeah, that just solves stuff like that. The other thing I'm going to do is go to the brush tool. I'm going to add some more dirt or more grime. And it's going to be at the bottom portions of where the hammer meets the handle. So like those little crevices. So I'm going to add a layer. I'll name this grime metal. And actually, I'll just name it grime in general. I'm going to go to my windows, look for my brush settings. F5 is the hotkey. And I'll use a soft brush for the most part. I'm going to increase the size though. Yeah. So right now it's at 80. And then do some scattering. Space it out a little bit. It's more with the dual brush. So for sure I'm going to click on the dual brush and then adjust. See which one I like. And again, you're free to, download other brushes that might be of interest to you. Oh, I kind of like that. Ooh, I like more of that wet sponge look. Let's go with this one for right now. It can increase the scatter too. The size, yeah. And then go back to the brush tip. Right around there. Okay. And again, I'm going to lower the opacity. We're going to start with that orange that we had. Oh, I'm going to go right around here. And let's zoom out. Command minus or Control minus. And so I'm going to look for the bottom portions. Oh, let's go a little darker. That's a little too bright. And what's my... Okay. that's looking better. And then down here, I'll like add over here a little bit more. And I've blended this before already. And I'm going to go here as well. You can build it up so each click will add less transparency to the area. And then here, again, a little darker. This is like, yeah, there we go. And I try to match the level of how far out the dirt goes. So that way, when it connects to other sides, it matches evenly. B. Okay. Alright, and then actually I might do one more thing with the clone tool in here. Um, that front cylinder part. Just want to sample. Okay, I'm going to close this now. Just want to sample the slight part so then that way it matches here too. So alt click. I'll just, there we go. Oh yeah, way better. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lighten, just do a lighter pass on the metal here so it's just a little bit more even throughout. So I'm going to command click or control click if you're on a Windows computer. Command click on the first thumbnail here where my mouse is. So the thumbnail of each layer. So I'm going to do it for all the metal portions. And then now after command clicking on the first one or control clicking on Windows, then it's control shift or command shift for each additional. So I've added 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you should see now all of these highlighted. And so now when I make an adjustment layer, it's only going to affect this section. So I'm going to go to layer, new adjustment layer. I'm gonna increase the brightness and yeah, I'll just go ahead and increase the brightness. So here it popped up brightness, and then I'm gonna lower the contrast. Okay, and with this selected, I'll control or command click on the thumbnail of the mask. So then now it's just the same selection, and then I'm gonna lighten it with one other adjustment layer. So under hue and saturation, click OK, and lighten it, and just to kind of add a tint to it overall. Also helps when these things are done on top of, so let's go back to this one. I was wondering why it wasn't showing. Let's go back, lightness. Yeah, just like a hair. That looks better, just so that there's a difference from the dirt to this metal. And contrast, I'll lower it just a little bit. There we go. And so now I'll hide the UV layer, save this one more time, and then just do another reload. File, save. Let's go back to Maya. Go. Click here. Look for Blinn. Reload. It didn't do much, did it? Oh, no, it did. So you could stop here for your tutorial. I do recommend, I'm going to go over separately, do the two renders, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Um, do the two renders, but I'm going to go through also having a specular map and a um, bump map for this, just to bring a little bit more depth to this. But yeah, all right, so I'll save my scene, increment save, and call it a day. Nice.